Today we're asked to solve a system of equations graphically, and we're going to do this using our TI-83 calculator. The first thing we need to do is to put both equations in slope-intercept form so that we can enter them into the TI-83. The first equation is very simple, solve for y, so we're going to subtract 2x from both sides. And this equation becomes y equals negative 2x plus 9. The second equation, we're going to have to also get y by itself, put it in slope-intercept form. We have 2x minus 3y equals 5. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract 2x from both sides. This is going to give me negative 3y equals negative 2x plus 5. Then we divide both sides by negative 3. And we will get y equals negative 2 divided by negative 3 will be positive 2/3 x. And then positive 5 divided by negative 3 will be negative 5/3. So now I have two equations and they're both in slope-intercept form. So what I want to do is I want to bring my calculator out here and turn it on. Go to our y equals menu, and I've got all kinds of fun stuff in there that we've been doing. And I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for you. And at this point we're going to type our two equations in. Our first equation was negative 2x plus 9. And our second equation was 2/3 x minus 5/3. Okay? So there's our equations in real life. Negative 2x plus 9 and 2/3 x minus 5/3. And then negative 2x plus 9 and 2/3 x minus 5/3. Okay? So that's the first step. And then I'm going to go ahead and just press graph. And I see that I have an intersection here. And as we know, when you have two lines that intersect, that intersection is the solution to the system of equations. So what I want to do now is find that intersection. And I'm going to do that by going to my calc menu. So I go second and then press the trace button, which takes me to my calculate menu. And if you look down at option number 5, it says intersect. So I'm going to scroll down or press the 5 key. And it asks me to find the first curve. And let's see where my cursor is. There's my cursor. Okay? Sometimes you got to roll it around and find it. There's my cursor. First curve. And I'm going to press enter. And that is saying, when I press enter, I'm identifying that this line is my first curve. So I press enter. It automatically jumps to the second line and asks me, is this the second curve? Now, it does this because sometimes you have more than two lines on your graph and you want to find where two of them intersect. In this case, where we only have two lines graphed, it will automatically identify the two lines for you. You just need to press enter. So anyway, I press enter and tell it that that's the second curve, and then it asks me to guess. And so I roll my cursor somewhere near this intersection and I press enter. And it says the intersection occurs at x equals 4, y equals 1. Now, go back to my paper. I'm going to write that down. X equals 4, y equals 1. That should be my solution. Now, if I was so inclined, I could take this solution and plug it into one of my equations and check it. Let's do that. So let's take this first equation here. 2 times 4 gives me 8. And y is 1, so 8 plus 1. What is 8 plus 1? 9. So it checks in this equation. Now let's check this equation. What is 4 times 2? It's 8. What is negative 3 times 1? Negative 3. What is 8 minus 3? It equals 5. So now this solution has been checked in the equations. And of course, if you rearrange your equations correctly, your calculator will give you the correct answer. So that's how you solve a system of equations graphically. If you have any questions, please come see me.